National Institute of Technology, Surat, Karnataka, the spokesman for the Department of Mathematics. We have Dr. Janet Limhongi, Professor, Department of Chemistry, University, Putra, Malaysia, the spokeswoman for the Research and Postgraduate Department of Chemistry. And we have Libu Manjakal, Lecturer, Assistant Professor, Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland, United Kingdom, the spokesman for the Department of Physics. Now, let's get into the exciting sessions. Before we proceed, I kindly request everyone to take a moment to switch your mobile phones to silent mode for an uninterrupted environment. Your cooperation is appreciated. Thank you.
The Department of Data Science and Analytics is a hub of innovation and possibility. It is where curiosity meets cutting-edge tools and where students learn to extract meaning from the ever-growing ocean of data. The Department of Data Science and Analytics became a part of this glorious moment. The vision of a Data Science and Analytics Department is to harness the power of data to drive informed decision-making, uncover valuable insights, and optimize processes. It aims to empower organizations with the ability to predict trends, solve complex problems, and enhance overall business performance through the strategic use of data and advanced analytical techniques.
Now, let us turn our attention to our next distinguished speaker, Dr. B. Narasimhan, an Assistant Professor of Senior Grade in the Department of Computer Science at Nehru Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. Today, Dr. Narasimhan will be sharing his profound ideas and insights on a captivating topic, a study of machine learning application in forensic DNA profiling. It is with great pleasure that we invite Shabna Fatima Ma'am, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Data Science and Analytics, to kindly assume the role of the session chair for our upcoming session. Shabna Ma'am's expertise in the field adds immense value, and we are honored to have her guide us through the session. Please join me in welcoming Shabna Fatima Ma'am to the stage.
A warm good morning to all. Respected our resource person, Dr. B. Narasimhan, MESKCON Coordinator, T. Mustafa, faculties and research scholars from various colleges, my colleagues and my dear students. Welcome all today's first technical session. The topic of this session is a study on machine learning applications in forensic DNA and profiling. And keynote speaker is Dr. B. Narasimhan. Dr. B. Narasimhan, presently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science of Nehru Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. Dr. Narasimhan has 13 plus years of teaching experience. His research interests are soft computing and mobile ad hoc networks. B. Narasimhan has published 27 research articles in national or international journals, and Dr. Narasimhan has obtained 131 citations with H index 5 and I-10 index 4. He is the review board member in International Journal of Engineering Research and Technology, review board member in International Journal of Computer Technology and Applications, and he is the editorial board member in International Journal of Computer Science. And Dr. Narasimhan got the award for the Active Reviewer of the Year 2012. Now, without further delay, I would like to welcome our speaker, Dr. Narasimhan, for handling this session. Sir, please.
How are you all? You are all fine? Great. I came to know from respected Professor Mustafa, there is a heterogeneous crowd. Heterogeneous means not all the people are from the same department, right? So, may I know from which department you are all? Chemistry, mathematics, physics, forensic science, computer science. A very poor voice is coming, sir. Data science is also there, sir. Okay. See, when talk about this topic, actually my research paper which I am planned to present is on DNA profiling. Okay, it's on DNA profiling. Directly if I jump into that topic, it seems to be like a Hebrew, Latin, like that. So I want to make you, every one of you, to understand what is the purpose of conducting a conference and some knowledge at the end of the day or at the end of the session. When you go out of this room, you need to have some idea, and that idea is to be useful for your career. Whether you belong to any department, I will tell each and everything. How far chemistry students can benefit out of data science, right? And even for forensics and mathematics, which is the core computational integral thing which is required for any computer science professional or any researcher. Mathematics is the foundation, right? So we can easily look into or dive into the benefits of attending this 1 or 1.5 hour session. Okay. See here the job landscape. You know what is the meaning of 1 million in Indian form? 10 lakhs, right? 10 lakhs is 1 million. 97 million jobs by 2025. 2025 it is not going to be very far away. Now we are in 2024. So in another 1 year, so 97 million jobs are going to be with the help of data science and machine learning. And remember one thing, this particular information, not some alien gave this report. This report is given by World Economic Forum, and they have released, they have forecasted. You know the meaning of forecasting, right? Weather forecasting, right? So like that, in the year 2020, Future Jobs Report 2020, this World Economic Forum, they clearly mentioned how much number of jobs are going to be. And 2025, I am not going to get graduated. You are going to get graduated. Because already I got graduated and I am holding a position for the past 12 or 13 years. So in 2025, that is why I am focusing on 2025. Because many of the people here, you will be graduated in 2025. I came to know that data science, the first batch is now here. So we have enough scope, and you just see the roles that are available. Data analysts and scientists. In earlier days, if you ask, even definitely in this whole crowd, you all have relations. Someone at any point of time, your family member, they will be working in a software industry. And if you ask means, they will tell that I am a programmer, right? I am a developer. I am a website developer. So simply on the whole, they will tell that I am a software engineer, that's all. But see, the designation now, it is not going to be like that. The designation itself is going to change. And it is going to be very specific. Whatever area it may be. Data analysts and scientists, AI and machine learning specialist, big data scientists, process automation specialist. See, process automation, it is not a something only relevant to computer science. Everything, if we are getting a product, that product is involved a process. Without process, do you think that a product will come? Right? So how can we optimize the process? Right? So there comes the use of a machine learning and artificial intelligence. Then comes the digital transformation specialist. What is a transformation? From one phase to another phase. Right? So you are I came to know that the chemistry people are here. Okay. So some products or some raw materials are there. A transformation is being made in that process from raw materials and what to say, adding more chemicals, and it is undergoing some process. I will tell you one simple example. You know, in the year 2020, we all met with a great bio war. What is that? Corona. Right? Do you think that vaccine development, for developing a vaccine or for innovating a vaccine, do you know how much time will it take for developing a vaccine? For any vaccine? How much time will it take for a vaccine to be developed, to innovate? Huh? You give me some answer, whether it may be 1, 2, 3, no issues. See, minimum it will take 18 months. Minimum it will take how much? Minimum. Right? For any vaccine it matters. The maximum vaccine, as you rightly said, even there are vaccines invented after 10 years. But India, we developed the vaccine less than 18 months. How come it's possible? Because of data science. You know, Bharat Biotech, that is the company who developed the vaccines and gave it to the whole world. Bharat Biotech, and the two vaccines names are Covaxin, Covishield. Right? Now I am slightly touching my topic. What is that? DNA. Okay. See, if you want to develop a vaccine, you know very well, vaccine, chemical components are there. Right? The proportion of the chemical compounds present in that, there comes the mathematics. Right? And once after, when we are testing it with the people or with the human samples, it is not a very easy task. Right? Because humans are not like rats. Yes or no? So, we need to get n number of DNA profiles. Right? N number of DNA profiles we have obtained, and we have tested that with the vaccine. And the success ratio need to be above 95. That is the outcome which we are expecting. And you know very well, for a DNA sequence and all, it will have some around, thousands of combinations in the form of genes, alleles and all. These are some technical words which you don't want to know, but I am telling you. Okay? So that combination, that DNA, it is not going to be similar for one human to another human. There are variations. So I am having millions of samples. I want to check my millions of samples with the existing one thing called as my discovered drug. I want to test it with all the type of samples. I want to ensure that 95% it has to work. If 1 lakh people, say for example, I cannot call 1 lakh people and inject, and I cannot test with the human, because if we lose even a single life, that is going to be a tragedy. Right? So that is the outcome of the Bharat Biotech, the product, that is the two product, both Covishield and Covaxin. It is the outcome of what? Data science. And n number of machine learning algorithms were worked. And the fundamental thing is DNA profiling. It happened. And when I say DNA profiling, it does not mean that it is only subject of biotechnology. Not like that. Okay? Suppose if I want to change the combination of my chemical compounds in my drug, and again I want to test, means that is also possible. And for that we require enormous amount of computational power. Suppose if you are, nowadays everyone are having smartphone. I can assure you, in this whole crowd, including myself, there is not even a single person without a smartphone. Yes or no? Everyone are having smartphone, right? If we are opening a particular application, right, it will consume some amount of battery. It will consume some amount of computational power, that is the processor. It will consume some amount of random access memory, RAM. It will consume some amount of secondary storage. Right? Just think about it, for running a single application or a single game, this much number of requirement is there. Consider that I am having DNA sequence of around how many number of people? Millions of people. Then all the data, we call it as big data. We call it as what? Big data. If I want to handle that kind of big data, I require enormous computational power. I require enormous storage. I require enormous memory capacity. So where I can get? Where I can get? That is why we are going to cloud computing. Pay per use. How much I am going to use my computational power? For that amount only I am going to pay. You understand or not? Are you all with me? Are you all with me? Right? So, see, in this kind of perspective, whatever subject you are learning, if you know how data science is going to help in your subject, you will get a job. You can get a job. Getting a job is not a matter. Only thing is how much aware we are aware. And before February 2023, being a computer science person or any person who want to work in a software industry need to have a programming language knowledge. Do you think that still it is required? Nowadays, ChatGPT is there. ChatGPT is there. If you want to write a program in any language, that may be C, C++, Python, Python, whatever it is, right? If you tell the ChatGPT, write a Python program for DNA sequencing using these parameters, it will write. But you want to know about what is DNA sequencing. Yes or no? So that knowledge is only now required. And as far as coming to the next one, that is software and application developers. Once upon a time, the software means to reduce the human work. Right? That is to make it as an automated one. But nowadays, softwares are not for that. Software are now going to become a customized manner. Once upon a time, when I say once upon a time, it is not before 80 years or 50 years and all. Just before 10 years. Before a decade, software developer or application developer, they will have only one objective. Do you know what is that? In the earlier thing, it was manual. Now I am going to make it as an automated one. That's all. அதுக்கு தான் சாஃப்ட்வேர் இருந்துச்சு. But now it is not like that. Ease of doing the task and optimizing the performance. When I say optimize, how many of you know the word, exact meaning of the word optimize? Optimize na enna? What is the meaning of the word optimize? Maximum na enna? Maximum, sir. Minimum na enna? Minimum, sir. See, I am driving in my vehicle. Okay. My vehicle has the potential to run up to 180 kilometers. So 180 is the maximum. 0 will be the minimum. Average means 180 divided by 0. Sorry, 180 plus 0 by 2. It will come around 90. Fine. Do you think that 90 is an optimum speed? Based upon the traffic, our mind is doing, our brain is doing some calculation, right? And it is moving at 45, 40, even in the traffic situation, reducing to 10. That is nothing but optimization. That is nothing but optimization. I am telling you with a real-time example. But when you go to the classroom, the professor, even myself also, in my college, if I go means, I will take what is optimization. I will give the definition, you will read it, and it will like Greek and Latin. பாவம் யார் பெத்த பிள்ளைய என்னமோ பேசுகிறாரு போ அப்படின்னு விட்டுருவோம். Yes or no? But optimize means what? This is the thing. And do you know that optimization, it is being conducted in the brain in our small driving process. In our small driving process. Even you would have experienced something called as a subconscious mind. நீங்கள் பாட்டுங்க வீட்டிலேருந்து கிளம்புவீங்க. You will start from home. Suddenly when you come to full conscious, your mind will tell, oh இவ்வளோ தூரம் வந்துட்டோமா நம்ம, எப்படி வந்தோன்னே தெரியாது. Right? That is also optimization. That is also optimization. All these technologies, all these things are happening in our human brain now. All the things are now being developed as a program. And that set of programs we are calling it as what? Machine learning. That's all. We are making the machine to think like a human. That's all. Right? I gave you only 2 examples. Right? So that is in different terminologies. The people are talking about what? It is a generative artificial neural network, convolutional artificial neural network, auto encoders. We will sit and see. Okay, auto encoders. இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு எதுக்கு? If you look into the working mechanism, it is not something different. It is not something alienated. Whatever our brain is doing, they are writing it as a program. Okay, and we are calling that set of algorithms as machine learning, and we have some classifications also. We will see what and all things are there. Madam, whenever madam introduced me, madam said my citation count and all, it was around 150, 170 like that. It is yesterday's report, 178 with the H index of 7 and I-10 index of 6. See, I am a small person. I am not a big professor. I am a small person, and this is my citation count. My role models, if you look into that, their number will be coming around not 178. After that 2 digits or 3 digits will be there. Do you know who is the maximum number of person who got maximum citations? It is nothing but the professor from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. His name is Dr. K.P. Soman. Right? Dr. K.P. Soman, you can very well Google Scholar and look into that. Many of his many of his research articles published are based upon artificial neural networks, whatever we are talking right now. And I got inspiration from him. And earlier I was doing my research work on mobile ad hoc networks and all. Then I started looking into soft computing. We have major of two classification. One is called as hard computing and soft computing. Hard computing means already there is a systematic mechanism to solve a particular problem. That is, we call it as hard computing. Coming to soft computing, it is a combination of three major domains. One is called as a fuzzy logic, and another one is called as a genetic algorithm, and the third one, it is artificial neural networks. So, and some other authors, they will tell that a probabilistic reasoning, so on so. I don't want to make you confused of all the terminologies. So, this is my citation. Google Scholar, it is giving one citation about me, and this is from Scopus. You know, publishing paper in a Scopus is not a easy task. By God's grace, with my ability, I published 9 papers in Scopus. With that, my H index came up to 6. Getting Scopus index published one paper itself is a very big challenge. And 6 H index means H index, if my paper got 10 citations, it is 1. So nearly around this much number of citations it has got. Totally of 99 citations by 66 documents from the international people. It has got. The thing is very simple. I understood the thing, that is, okay, this is what is machine learning is. So why can't we apply this in this area? Do you know something? I will show you in my mobile phone. I can show you. Stock market, you know? Stock market. So I was going through a paper, machine learning algorithm paper. So in that, they have mentioned that stock market price can be predicted. Stock market price can be predicted. Do you believe stock market price predict பண்ண முடியுமா முடியாதா? ரொம்ப போர் அடிக்குதா? இல்ல. ஸ்டாக் மார்க்கெட் பிரைஸை ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ண முடியுமா முடியாதா? பட்டோ ஆர் பட்டில்லா? பட்டில்லா. ஓகே. இது ரொம்ப சேஃப் பிளே. பக்கா சேஃப் பிளே. வரும் ஆனா வராது. Interestingly, just a moment. This is my portfolio. Portfolio means the number of stocks which I have bought. Okay. My ambition is I want to generate profit greater than bank interest. You know what is the bank interest is? எவ்வளோ கொடுக்குறாங்க பேங்க்ல? If you are putting a deposit of 1 lakh, after 1 year, how much percentage they will give? 10 times 3 times How much percentage they will give? எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு maximum 8%.
I think 7.5.
Yes. Professor told 7.5 for senior citizens and all in postal thing. பாருங்க சீனியர் சிட்டிசன் ஒன்று உங்களுக்கு சிரிப்பு வருது. Everyone will get old at one time. Okay.
2.5%.
Yes. Please give him a very big hand. See the updated information. Okay. After going through that research article, machine learning for stock market prediction, I have applied. I went through all the code and I made use of ChatGPT for writing the code and gave the information to my machine learning algorithm. It is purely based upon artificial neural networks. Okay. It did fundamental analysis, it did technical analysis, everything. And it recommended some stocks. Which one? Machine learning algorithm. Okay. Can anyone of you come here? I can show. Because if I read it means you cannot believe. Gentlemen, please come. Just read this invested value, overall value, and what is the percentage of that?
Invested value 70,807. Overall gain 84,267.
The profit is the value here. Overall gain is
13,482.
and the percentage is
90%.
19. How much? 19%. This is happened before 6 months. 6 months before I have invested 70, and today if I sell, I can sell that stocks for rupees 84,000, 14,000 rupees profit, which no bank can give me. Which no bank can give me. Okay. So whatever you are studying, think in a perspective whether can we convert it as a money or not. காசு துட்டு மணி அவ்வளோதான் மேட்ரு. அல்டிமேட்டாக அதுதான். நான் வேலை செய்கிறதும் அதுக்கு தான், நீங்கள் உட்காந்து படிக்கிறதும் அதுக்கு தான். எஸ் ஆர் நோ?
But actually our people are not ready to take a risk.
See, sir came to the core point. We are not ready to take risk, sir. Correct. Now, with the knowledge you know, if we believe our knowledge system, and if we are having the clarity in our ideas, right? Now, above risk, the knowledge will get successful. நாலேஜ் எப்போ வந்து முன்னாடி வரும் அப்படின்னா, ரிஸ்க் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஃபேக்டர்லேருந்து நாலேஜ் ரொம்ப இருந்துருச்சு அப்படின்னா லைட்டாக ஓவர்டேக் பண்ணும். அந்த ஓவர்டேக் பண்ண மொமெண்ட் தான் இது. இட் இஸ் நாட் வாட் டு சே சம் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் ஆஸ்ட்ரோனாட் சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல். நான் 19% சொன்னதுக்கே நீங்கள்லாம் பெருசாக நினச்சிங்க. ஐ வில் ஷோ மை அனதர் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ. The investment value is investment value.
29,810.
The investment value is ever 29,000 something. Okay. What is the present value? This is the present value.
44,510.
See, the investment value is 29,310, and now the present value is 44,510, and the profit is 14,700. And do you know the percentage? It is 49.31. One of the outcome of machine learning. Data science, machine learning, right? With that, money can be generated. Money can be generated. Now, I will show you some other examples. This is just for only reference, okay? This PPT is with you. You can very well go into that PPT and see. Machine learning, it is a field of study in artificial intelligence. This and all you can get it from Google. That doesn't matter, okay? Coming to here, when we come to machine learning, we have three major types. And remember one thing, machine learning can be applied in any field. Not only for chemistry, not only for data science, in any field you can apply machine learning. So only thing is, we need to understand what is machine learning, what are its types, for which problem, what type of machine learning I can use. If you come to know that, that itself is a very big knowledge. Okay, so like that, if you see this, we have unsupervised learning, supervised learning and reinforcement learning. What is called as supervision? Some person is there above me and he is controlling me. That is, we call it as in a general term called as supervision, right? If I know the result earlier, then we call it as a supervised. Okay, if I don't know the classification, or if I don't know the class, or if I don't have the class label, we call it as unsupervised. And there are some applications. The first, I will start with unsupervised. Feature elicitation, targeted marketing, customer segmentation, recommended systems. What and all these things? I will tell you. Consider that there is a hospital. There is a hospital. And in that hospital, there are some set of doctors available. So that doctors, not all the doctors present there are capable enough to identify or diagnose all the diseases. Yes or no? Even specialist can miss. Diagnose, because if a disease is diagnosed correctly, then the patient saving, the mortality rate, the survival rate will increase. If you go to any healthcare institutions, for identifying the disease itself is a very big challenge because of the lack of doctors or lack of specialists in that field. Okay. Now, I am having historical information. Historical information means I am having n number of patient records. Say for example 10 million patient records. Out of the 10 million patients records, this patient with this kind of, in this age, with this kind of values, blood pressure, right, and then heart rate. So this person is having diabetes. And because of having diabetes, this person got a heart attack. So this kind of information, I am having it in a thing called as a data set. What is the name of that thing? Data set. Okay. And there is a thing called as a recommended systems. So that recommended system, you know, what it will do is, for a health practitioner, the doctor is not confirmed about the disease of the patient. So the doctor is giving the inputs, the values. Now the system will give some recommendation mentioning that this person is having 50% chance of having diabetes. this much percentage for hypertension. So now the doctor can easily identify, yes or no? Recommendation systems, right? I will tell you, it is used in a real-time environment. If you go to Flipkart or Amazon or any other e-commerce website, if you are purchasing a product, if you scroll down, customers purchased this, they also purchased this. Varadaliya. Recommendation. How come it's possible? Because there are millions of products in Flipkart. There are millions of agencies are there. Flipkart is just only a platform. Based upon the previous purchasing behavior of the consumers, it is preparing a recommendation system and telling the user, and it is facilitating, and obviously if the recommended product is there and if you are willing to purchase, automatically they will get profit, that's all. So user is also going to get benefited, business is also going to happen successfully. Okay, I am just giving a small glimpse. There also machine learning is there. There also data science is there. I told you, drug discovery, please come. Drug discovery, right? For Covaxin, COVID, Covishield, there also data science worked. Machine learning was there. Stock market prediction, I show you in my very example. In my own example, I showed you. It is a commerce industry. First one is belonging to chemistry and other things. Now I am coming to healthcare industry. Okay, so wherever you go, we can have the implication of a data science as well as machine learning. Supervised learning, and the very important thing is reinforcement learning. Robo. Once upon a time, the people are in hotel industry, even particularly in Coimbatore, they cannot find good servants in hotels. Hotel serve பண்ணுவாங்க server. They cannot identify good servers. So they made robo. So what the robo, only thing is you want to enter, you want to download the app, you want to choose the products or choose the food items. The robo will come and supply it to your table. In the previous institution which I was working, it was connected to a hospital, very famous hospital in Coimbatore. It is called as a KMCH. Don't think that I am the ambassador of KMCH. Not like that, okay? First robotic surgery in India was conducted there. First robotic surgery. Because the doctor may have extraordinary experience, but due to 90 years of age, you know very well, the hands will start shivering. Right? Our 10,000 பண்ணிருக்கலாம். Age factor நால கை நடுங்கும். Right? So he will give oral instruction to the robo, and the robo will do it in an accurate manner. Because ரோபோவுக்கு கை நடுங்காது. அம்மாவா இல்லையா? நமக்கெல்லாம் 6 மணி ஆச்சுனால கை நடுங்கும். அதெல்லாம் விட்டுருங்க. அந்த விஷயத்துக்குள்ள நான் வரல. சரியா? Don't think about it. Right? Don't think that I am diverting you. Okay? Coming back. So that robot navigation, the very important thing. How many of you know about the website called as LinkedIn? LinkedIn, you know? Did you created the profile in LinkedIn? LinkedIn la profile create பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? It is not just like a Facebook. It will ask every single bit of information. பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா? Right? Do you know talent acquisition? That means suppose I am good at genome classification, right? And you done a course in online and you got one online certificate. If you upload it to LinkedIn profile, that LinkedIn, you will get a notification that you got one job opportunity in this company. Do you know that or not? Do you know that or not? LinkedIn is doing that kind of services, right? So HR consultant services are done by using machine learning. Are done by using what? Machine learning, right? And they will simply ask, that is the recruiter, they will simply ask, I need a chemistry graduate with 0 years of experience who done a short-term course on this topic. That is the only thing he will ask. So out of the millions of users are present in the LinkedIn, it will do the filtering, it will look into the expertise, and if you would have obtained the certificate, it will do the certificate verification process also. Nowadays you can see in the certificate there is a QR code. So it will just scan the QR code, it will ensure the authenticity of the certificate, and it will send back that result to the recruiter. Best example, that is for skill acquisition. It is one of the area. I am not, if I want to talk each and everything, one day is not sufficient. So I am just picking up whichever is most relevant to you. Okay? And these and all, really it is like Greek and Latin. These are some of the unsupervised algorithms. And every algorithm will have its own advantages and disadvantages. Okay? So how to run a machine learning algorithm? We have only 12 steps. How many steps? It is common for all the problems. That problem may be a DNA profiling, or that problem may be of anything for disease prediction, or for a recommendation system, right? Or for reinforcement learning. Nowadays, everyone are having smartphone, I said, right? In that you are getting notification of the temperature of your city. You are getting, na? It is, say if you click that icon and enter into that application, that is the weather application, tomorrow's weather also can be shown. Right? How it came? Do you think that some person is sitting in a server and entering the value? No. Right? The machine learning is predicting what will be the tomorrow's temperature. It will take the historical value. There comes the implication of statistics. There comes the implication of statistics. There comes the implication of mathematics. And of course, for any machine learning engineer, if you want to develop an application with the help of a machine learning algorithm, the domain knowledge is most important. I know how to write a program in machine learning, but that is only not sufficient for becoming an ML application developer. You want to know about the application first. What is the application? Okay, weather prediction means what are the parameters? Right? What is the highest temperature, lowest temperature? What is called as humidity? What is called as a Celsius? What is called as a Fahrenheit? In the Mariana, the domain knowledge namakku theriyum. Even though if you don't know to write the program, you don't want to worry. Because for writing the program, already I said, who is there? ChatGPT is there. But you want to command the ChatGPT and to extract work. For that you need to know what? The subject or the domain knowledge. You understand? And there is an exclusive course. There is an exclusive course which everyone need to study. Whether you belong to mathematics or whatever subject. The course name is called as prompt engineering. What is that? Prompt engineering. How you want to ask a question to ChatGPT. For that itself it is a course. There is a course. If you are good at prompt engineering, you can do wonders. Only thing is, you need to have some subject knowledge. Organic chemistry is there, inorganic chemistry is there. Right? For a making of any medicine, for a making of any drug. Right? In earlier times, do you know, I told you, the processing power, RAM capacity and all. Do you know who bought the first supercomputer in India? Supercomputer means it can do calculations for millions of transactions in a single second. Supercomputer is having that much of ability. Okay, can you guess who bought the first supercomputer in India? Which company? It's not the government of India. It is Asian Paints. Asian Paints bought the first supercomputer in India. Do you know the purpose of getting that? You know the number of color combinations, right? RGB, there are only 3 colors, right? Red, green and blue. With the mixture of that we can get n number of colors, right? And the n number of colors generate பண்றதுக்கு they bought supercomputer, and the outcome of Asian Paints revenue was 10 to 15 times higher. First இன்னமும் number 1 இருக்கிறது எது? Asian Paints தான், in form of the turnover. Do you know the reason? From that time onwards they bought supercomputer and they started using data science. They are only dealing with the chemical compounds. Amavalia, paint is nothing but what? Chemical compound. Yes or no? Then for what purpose Asian Paint got that? If you are having any doubt, you can Google it and verify. Okay. So what are the steps to run a machine learning algorithm? The first one is, I said you, define the problem. What is the problem? Right? I want to get the best combination for this disease. You need to clearly define the problem. So that is the first step. Second one is collect and prepare the data. The third step is, whenever you are collecting the data, we cannot assure that the collected data are accurate. If suppose I am collecting a data through Google form from you, நீ என்ன பண்ணுற அப்படின்னா உன்னோட ஏஜென்ட் இருக்கிற இடத்துல 20ன்னு டைப் பண்ணுறதுக்கு பதிலாக மிஸ்டேக்னா என்ன பண்ணிடுற அப்படின்னா 200ன்னு டைப் பண்ணிடுறேன், ரைட்? இஃப் யூ லீவ் தட் மச் ஐ எம் ஹாப்பி, நோ ப்ராப்ளம். ஓகே, பட் தட் இஸ் கரெக்ட் டேட்டா ஆர் இன்கரெக்ட் டேட்டா? It is incorrect data which is made out of a human error. So there is a thing called as outlier detection. So age means only from this age to this age. அந்த மாதிரி டிடெக்ட் பண்ணுறது. So these kind of small mechanisms we call it as a data pre-processing. Because before making use of the data for analysis, I am doing some pre-work to correct the data, to correct the collected data. Okay, the next one, feature engineering. Not all the columns or not all the inputs are required for my problem. With the help of only 2 or 3 columns I can easily identify whether the person is having diabetes or not. I don't want to look into all the values. So that kind of mechanisms we call it as a feature engineering. And then fifth step, very most important step, which is called as a selective model. We told how many types of machine learning algorithms are there? கையை கூட காமிச்சிட்டேன். 3. ஒன்று வந்து என்ன சொன்னேன்? சூப்பர்வைஸ்ட், அன்சூப்பர்வைஸ்ட், ரீஇன்ஃபோர்ஸ்மெண்ட்டுன்னு சொன்னேன். ஸோ எந்த மாடல் என்னுடைய ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு சூட் ஆகும் அதை மட்டும் இங்கே ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் ட்ரெயின் தி மாடல். You know, how many of you watched the film called as Endiran? You all watched the movie, right? So after developing the robo, when the robo came to the road, it first did what? Accident. Amavaliya. Even though it got the fullest potential, it does not got trained on roads which are used by humans. அப்போ நம்ம create பண்ணியிருக்கிற machine learning algorithm, it need to be trained. So that is, we call it as training the model. And after that, evaluate in the sense whether my model is getting my expected result. If it is not getting, then go for hyperparameter tuning. These are some technical jargon words, don't worry about it. Just know the steps, that's all. So hyperparameter tuning, and the next one is make prediction. Suppose if the prediction is not good, again go to the hyperparameter tuning, do that well, right? Add some other combination of parameters till you get the expected result. This process need to be done. For that only computer science people we used to study for loop. The for loop is used here, right? And then deploy the model, followed up with monitor and maintain, and document the process. Document means record the process. So this much number of data collected, I used this model, and this model got this much number of accuracy. So from this much number of accuracy I want to test with another model. So all these things are recorded. That is the 12th step. These are the simple 12 machine learning steps. Okay, I will stop at exactly 10 minutes. Are you comfortable with the 10 minutes? Okay. So going to close with this. We have 3 types of jobs. The first one is data engineer. The person who is collecting the data, maintaining the data is called as what? Data engineer. That is a job. Data engineer. Okay. The second step of job is what? Data analyst. Right? I will show you the next slide, or the forthcoming slide I will show you. How many of you are having Amazon Prime subscription? Amazon Prime subscription. Amazon is a OTT platform, you know all, right? இல்லை உங்களுக்கு தெரியாதுன்னா நான் நம்பவே மாட்டேன். ஏன்னா எனக்கு தெரியலன்னா கூட ஓகே, right? Because you people are born with technology. We are immigrants of technology. We are immigrants. We are digital immigrants. You are digital natives. If you go to college principal, the college principal will be digital monk. Yes or no? Yes or no? 70 years, 80 years இருக்கிறவங்களாம் மாங்க், துறவிகள் அவங்களாம். டிஜிட்டலுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு சம்மந்தமே கிடையாது. இன்னமும் நீங்கள் போனீங்கன்னா அட்டண்டன்ஸ் கையெழுத்து இருக்கா கேட்குறாங்களா இல்லையா? நீங்கள் என்ன நினைப்பீங்க? இந்த காலத்தில் வந்து இன்னும் கையெழுத்தாக போட்டுக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறது. வந்தாச்சுன்னா RFID டெக்னாலஜி வச்சு அப்சர்வ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க சார். why you are calling me for attendance? There is RFID tag. If I am inside that, automatically attendance will be registered. அப்படி தான் நம்ம திங்க் பண்ணுவோம். அவங்க அது கிடையாது. நீ உள்ளே போனோடனே அட்டண்டன்ஸ் எடுத்தியா கேட்குறாங்களா இல்லையா? அதுதான் சார் பெரிய பிரச்சனை. ஓகே. So the second one is data. I will tell you why I asked for Amazon Prime in later slides. That is the second one is data analyst. You don't want to write even any machine learning algorithm for becoming a data analyst. If you are having a good domain knowledge, if you are having a good domain knowledge, and if you know how to work with Excel. Excel powder கிடையாது. மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் எக்ஸல் இருக்கு இல்லையா? MS Excel. MS Excel there are some functions. If you have the data and if you know how to analyze the data and visualize the result, that is data analyst job. For preparing the data we call it as data engineer. The second one is working with the data and coming up with some visual outcome, we call it as data analyst. Making it as a broader thing, that is it is used to solve business problems, then we call it as what? Data scientist. இவ்வளவுதான் மேட்டர். ஓகே. The next one, இதெல்லாம் நான் சொன்னேன். டேட்டா சயின்ஸில் என்னென்ன கண்டிப்பாக தெரியணும் அப்படின்னா, ML கொஞ்சம் தெரியணும், மெஷின் லேர்னிங், டேட்டா அனாலிசிஸ் நல்லா செய்ய தெரியணும், ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் தெரியணும். ஓகே. The next one, இதோடைய ப்ராசஸ் note down these two web series. Note down these two web series. இந்த வெப் சீரிஸை பற்றி ஒரு ஸ்மால் ஸ்டோரி மட்டும் நான் சொல்லிவிட்டு நான் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிடுறேன் செஷனை. ஆர் யூ ரெடி டு லிசன்? இந்த ஸ்டோரி என்ன தெரியுமா? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஐ வில் ஸ்டார்ட் வித் திஸ் திங் கால்ட் ஆஸ் இன்சைட் எட்ஜ். இந்த இன்சைட் எட்ஜ் யூஸ்வலி இந்த வெப் சீரிஸ் ஒரு கேரக்டர் இருந்தாங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரு பாதியோ இல்லைன்னா 2 சீசன்லேயோ அதுக்குள்ளார அந்த கேரக்டர் போயிடுவாங்க, எவ்வளோ லீடாக இருந்தாலும். ஆமாவா இல்லையா? சம் கேரக்டர் வில் என்டர் இன்டு சீசன் 2 அண்ட் டிஸப்பியர் அட் சீசன் 3. ஆனால் இந்த 3 சீசன்லேயுமே in all the 3 seasons one character is running the whole show. It is nothing but data analyst. Cricket team selection சொல்கிறோம்ல, I will share my personal experience with you. Cricket in cricket, 2 batsmen. One is Sachin Tendulkar. Another person is VVS Lakshman. நீங்கள் நல்லா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும், India team when it goes to abroad for playing a cricket match, in any country if Indian team is going, VVS Lakshman will not be selected. But if India goes to Australia, VVS Lakshman, even though he is out of form, the selection board will search and pick him up and include in the team. ஏன் தெரியுமா? Sachin Tendulkar will not perform better in Australia than VVS Lakshman. Analysis. Okay, இந்த 3 சீசன்லயுமே பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா this girl, you can see her with the laptop, right? You can see her with the laptop, இல்லையா? இந்த ரோல் பாத்தீங்கன்னா எக்ஸ்ட்ராடனரியா இருக்கும். ப்ளீஸ் இந்த வெப் சீரிஸ் வாட்ச் பண்ணுங்க in your own language. You will understand. Nowadays sports analytics is there. அவங்களுக்கு ஒன்றும் பெரிய சாஃப்ட்வேர்லாம் தெரியாது. She is good at only MS Excel. That's all. அதை வச்சுக்கிட்டு இந்த டீமில் எந்த பிளேயரை செலக்ட் பண்ணணும், which player has to go for the second down, which player has to bowl for this batsman, what type of a field is set up to be there. வீரேந்தர் சேவாக் கிட்ட போட்டிங்கன்னா ஆஃப் சைடில் அடிச்சுக்கிட்டே இருப்பான், கொஞ்சம் லெஃப்ட் சைடில் இந்த இடத்துல போட்டிங்கன்னா கையில் கொடுத்துருவான். ஓகே, தட் அனலிஸ்ட் 3 சீசன்லேயுமே இருப்பாங்க. திஸ் இஸ் தி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வெப் சீரிஸ் கால்ட் ஆஸ் இன்சைட் எட்ஜ். And the second web series, Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. He was actually former soldier, and some places bomb blast happened. ஒரு bomb blast நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி கண்டிப்பாக பெரிய லெவலில் ஃபினான்ஷியல் டிரான்சாக்ஷன்ஸ் நடக்கும். Just like that, the people will not go and keep the bomb and blast. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி பெரிய டிரான்சாக்ஷன்ஸ்லாம் நடக்கும். ஸோ ஃபினான்ஷியல் டிரான்சாக்ஷன்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் அனாலிசிஸ் பண்ணி அது எங்கேருந்து இனிஷியேட் ஆகுது, யார் யாருக்கு போயிருக்கு, அந்த ஹோல் நெட்வொர்க்கை வந்து ஃபினான்ஷியல் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் பேஸ் பண்ணி ஃபின்டெக், ஃபினான்ஷியல் டெக்னாலஜி, அதை வந்து இன்வெஸ்டிகேட் பண்ணி ஒரு பெரிய நெட்வொர்க்கை கிட்டத்தட்ட 4 சீசன்ஸில் கண்டுபிடிப்பார். எக்ஸ்ட்ரானரி. தட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ அனாலிசிஸ். Data science area is wide open. That is the end of the story. Future job roles இனிமேலாம் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ஜாபோடைய டெசிக்னேஷன் லைக் திஸ் கண்டென்ட் கிரியேஷன் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட், சப்ளை செயின் அனலிஸ்ட். சப்ளை செயின் மீன்ஸ் த ப்ராடக்ட் ஃப்ரம் த மேனுஃபேக்சரர் till it reaches the consumer, the whole entire process we call it as supply chain. If I want to make the profit, there are 2 ways. One is product innovation and another one is a process innovation. So process innovation, I can make use of this data science and machine learning algorithm for doing wonders on that. Coming to mari ekkachakama irukku language translation, I don't have enough time to detail each and every role, but still I am leaving my PPT with you. My best wishes for each and every one of you. I can see a lot of great IT professionals here who is going to rule the entire job market, and we Indians definitely have got all the potential. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. So far in all the 3 areas, I was talking about DNA and all. If you take for biotechnology field, the DNA profiling and particularly drug discovery and all, it is gaining its momentum. If you go to Sony, you know Sony company, right? Do you know what is the success of Sony company? Every 14 days, some innovation must be done. If you done it in 2 days, the remaining 12 days are leave for you. Okay, so some innovation need to be done. So now in pattern recognition, image processing, satellite image processing, underwater images. So in image processing also machine learning is done. And this person Sony, they are now taking up it to the very great height, and particularly in business process automation. The whole business process, I told you, no. One example, that is the supply chain management. It is one of the small part of business process automation. So there, this machine learning applications or the machine learning use, it is under great development process, right? These are up to my knowledge. Even I may be, little bit less, but in these 3 areas it is going very high. Not only that, nowadays disease detection and all, it was over. Now treating the patient, particularly with the help of robo. In the area of robotics, this machine learning has got a lot of potential for developing robotic process automation or PA. Right? Hope I answered the question. Any other questions? You can ask from your domain also. If I know the answer, I will tell, or otherwise I will tell, sorry, I don't know. That's all.
Sir, I am a forensic science student. So my question is that what are the challenges that you face when doing the DNA profiling and combined with the machine learning?
DNA profiling and all, you see, accuracy matters. Accuracy matters. Okay. We are having sensors even in our hand. Irka smart watches, sensors, it is there. And we have BP monitor. Irka Apple Watch, it is costing 80,000. It is also showing the same BP. 2,000 this watch. It is also showing the BP. What is the difference actually? Accuracy. Okay. So as far as in forensic science, particularly in DNA profiling is concerned, we need a lot of computational power. We need better systems in terms of the capacity of processor, RAM and all. Even though we are having the software which we are using now, it need to generate accurate result. That is still a very big challenge nowadays. Okay? Got the answer? Fine.
Any more questions? Okay, now let's wind up. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful.
How about my session? You don't want to clap your hands. Just tell me frankly, do you want to do any correction or any improvement? How do you feel actually about the session? Do you really got something, knowledge? Got it? Right? Is that really useful for you? Right? You got some outline. Okay? Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.